Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me here today again. My name is Brandon, I'm with Health Empowers, and this is our Healthy Helpings video series where we show you how to make delicious, healthy recipes right from your home that are going to be great for you and your family. Today on the menu is our vegetable wrap. It's going to be absolutely amazing and super simple. Let's get right into it. Alright, I know this looks like a lot, but I promise it really isn't, and some of this stuff you probably already have laying around the house. So for our veggie wraps, I'm using whole wheat tortillas. That's going to be our base. And then we also have just some salad greens. You can use spinach, lettuce. This is like a spring mix, and it's just what I had in my fridge. Then we have a lemon and an avocado. Some just plain Greek yogurt, whatever kind, whatever brand you have is fine. Some cheddar cheese. You can use Monterey Jack. You can use Swiss, pepper jack, whatever type of cheese you like. A carrot. Some parsley and cilantro, and some radishes. All right, so we're gonna start with chopping up the radishes and the carrots. All of these have already been washed, so do that first before you start. And my hands have been washed and they are clean, so we're gonna start with just peeling some of the greenery off of these. If you've never had a radish, they are really, really tasty vegetables, and they are high in vitamin C. So I'm just gonna start with just peeling the stem off of these. And remember, I'm gonna kind of tuck my fingers back into the vegetable so that if the knife gets too close, it's hitting my knuckles and not my nail beds. So I'm just gonna shave that part off, and they're very, very soft vegetables. And then this is just part of the root where it grew underground. And shave that off as well. And just gonna replicate that for the next couple. Now, both of these are going to be packed in vitamins and nutrients. Like I said, the radish are going to be very high in vitamin C, and then the carrots are going to be a great source of vitamin K, and they're often linked with improved eye health and vision. So both of these are going to be great nutrient-packed vegetables to add, and I'm going to be using a box grater just to thinly slice these vegetables. But if you don't have one of these, let me show you exactly what you can do. I can either make small little cuts just like this, nice and thin, or I can take my box grater and just sit that right on my cutting board here and just go at it like that, and you'll see the pieces are pretty much the same. So I'm going to do this to get a couple of pieces of carrot, and then we're going to do the same thing for the radish. And that should be good. Now, I like to do mine in little circles like this, but you can also do it long way, like this. So you get more of like little strips like that. Either way is fine. All right, next we're gonna get our herbs. I never know if it's herb or herb. People say it different ways. I say herb, but you know what I'm talking about. So we have some cilantro and some parsley, and all I'm just gonna do is peel these off of the stems just like that, and sit the stems to the side. And I'm gonna do the same thing for these. Just peel the leaflets off like that, and I'm just gonna chop these up. And these are just serving as sort of like a flavoring for me. So what I like to do is, since they're all kind of loose and all over the place, I kind of like to ball them up into like a little ball like that, so they're more manageable. And then just chop like we normally do. All right, after cleaning up my workstation just a little bit and repositioning things how I need them, we are on to zesting our lemon. If you've never zested a lemon, it adds a great lemon burst into your food without actually adding the juice of the lemon in. So I'm just gonna take this larger side of my box grater. You can really use any one, but I like to use this larger side. And I'm just gonna take the side of my lemon and just gently rub over. I wanna make sure that I don't puncture into the actual lemon and start getting juice out. All right, now we're gonna get our avocado mixture ready. So to start, we're gonna take the lemon that we just had, and it looks a little beat up and it's seen better days, but we still need the juice from the inside. So we're just gonna split it for now. And then for the avocado, A lot of people are intimidated by avocados, and I don't know why. They're super easy to open. What we're gonna do is take our knife and we're gonna start at the top, and they're very soft, so it's not gonna take much. You're gonna go about halfway down, and I've hit a pit. I can't go any farther. So then I'm just gonna rotate my knife around the avocado all the way, and now I've got a seam all the way around. And all I'm gonna do is twist and open. And that's all it is to it. Now, what I typically do to get the avocado out is carefully, I will take my knife and just make some little slits like this. And that just helps it, I've got some carrot in here. That just helps it come out just a little bit easier. But then for this side, you see the pit is still on the inside, and it's very, very slippery. So there's a specific way that I like to do it. Now, you need to be very careful with this so that you don't butcher your hand. But all you need is just a little bit of force to push down into the avocado pit. And then you're gonna turn and it should pop right out. So if I can do this correctly, into the pit, turn, and see I messed up. But that's okay because we loosened it enough for it to just come out anyways. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side, just gonna give it some little cuts that way. All right, we're gonna take our sliced lemon. This one doesn't appear to have many seeds in it, but what I like to do so that I don't get seeds in it, take my clean hand that I've already washed and squeeze the juice into my hand. And I know you can't see the best right now, but the juice is falling between my fingers into the bowl, and I'm catching all the seeds in my hand. All right, so from here, we're gonna take that same spoon that we just had, and we're just gonna chop away at this to try and mash it up as good as possible. Just like this. And I like adding more lemon juice than not, just because I feel like it gives the avocado, which typically doesn't have much taste, it gives it a nice flavor. So while I'm finishing up mashing this, a lot of people always say, well, aren't avocados high in fat? And that is exactly true. They are high in fat, but avocados have what we call monosaturated fat, which is a type of saturated fat. And those are the good fats for us. It's hard to say, hard to make you believe that fats can be good, but trust and believe that avocados are a good source of healthy fat. So this is about the consistency that I want. I like mine just a little bit chunky, but you can continue to beat this until it's completely liquefied almost. Now from here, I know you're probably wondering, Brandon, what are you using the yogurt for? Well, I'm just gonna add in just a little bit of yogurt, just a little bit, and we're gonna mix that up. Just trust me here, just trust me. And from here, this is gonna give it more of like a smooth and rich texture. And we're gonna get our tortilla that's been chilling on the side. I've just microwaved these for like 30 seconds, get them a little bit warm, and we're just gonna start building. We're gonna start with sort of like the glue that's gonna hold everything together, this avocado yogurt mixture. And I'm just gonna spread that on one side, just like so. Then I'm gonna come in with my greens and break some up, put them in like so. That's good. Then we're gonna take our carrot pieces. And parents, if you're watching, this is gonna be such a great way to get the kids into the kitchen and have them build their own wraps with whatever they want. And this is gonna be a great time to experiment with different textures and vegetables that they might not normally eat, because the flavors in this are gonna mask specific other vegetables more than others. And this is gonna be a great time to get them experimenting with different vegetables that they might not normally try, but since they're preparing them, they may be a little bit more inclined to try them. Then we're just gonna come in with our radish slices. And radishes kind of give like a nice, almost like a spicy flavor just in themselves. Okay, that looks good. Gonna come in with some of my cheese here and just sprinkle just a tad bit on the top of everything. I have a tortilla rolling technique that is hands down the best way to do it. So you're gonna take one end and sort of push everything back a little bit and fold it back like this first, because you always eat a burrito or a wrap and then everything falls out the bottom of it. So you fold this to kind of make like a little cubby hole for it, and then you pull everything in. This is what they do at some of my favorite Mexican restaurants. So you pull everything in, and yes, if it gets a little bit messy, that's okay. And just like that, we have our veggie wrap with all kinds of different veggies in there. And then you can also, if you have smaller kids, you can take a knife and slice this and make it into sort of pinwheels. And there we go. You can add any other type of protein to this to make it a little bit more hearty. You can add roast beef or turkey or shredded chicken or ham, any protein that you like, just to add a little bit more protein to this. But for what it is, a veggie wrap, I really do think that y'all are gonna be very surprised by the flavors in it. And we haven't added any seasoning at all, just natural herbs. So I think that y'all are really gonna love this. If you do try it, please let us know in the comments right below this video. And until next time, we'll see you back here again for more Health and Powers cooking videos. Bye guys.